Hello and welcome to this edition of Young Montgomery, Montgomery County's youth-oriented show where we highlight the accomplishments of our county's youth population and bring you some information about the county's programs for young people. I'm Daniel Menéndez.
And I'm Estefany Orellana. If you got some artistic talent, this show is for you. 4 years ago, the county's Department of Recreation created the competition, MoCo's Got Talent, an opportunity for middle and high school students to audition. And after a selection process, be part of a grand finale performance at the Fillmore Silver Spring.
This year, over 70 youth competed during the spring to earn a spot in the finals. The emphasis of MoCo's Got Talent competition is to promote the importance of keeping the arts alive and thriving in the county for all young people.
Let's introduce some of our winners this year. From Sherwood High School, we have Liana Rothburn, first place in music, Will Flagg, first place for visual arts. And we also have Lindsay Kier, runner-up in the music category from Paint Branch. Welcome to the show. We're happy to have you here. Are you guys nervous?
A little bit.
I'm nervous a little bit. But first, what made you guys be part of this talent show?
For me, my mom saw an advertisement and she said, this looks like a fun opportunity. And I was like, I think it was in a week. And I was like, I don't think I have enough time, but she said, you should do it anyways. And here I am, so.
Well, for me, I was a part of Fashion Boot Camp, and I heard about it through that, and I decided I might as well try it. I've never heard of it, so just try something new, you know?
Well, I took a photography class this year at Northwest, and my teacher actually said that there was this competition, and then we should submit photos. So, I just submitted a photo and went from there.
That's great.
So, we mentioned the schools a little bit. I know we got caught up a little bit. So, what schools are you guys from, and how were the auditions there? Like, were they like huge auditions, or was it like a sort of a smaller affair? How did it go for you guys?
For me, I would say it wasn't huge because they came during one of our practices at Fashion Boot Camp. Just a few of us that decided they would step up and be a part of it. So it wasn't a lot of us.
For me, I went into, I think it was at a library. They had a couple of us come in, and I think they had like 15 auditions that day. I didn't see anybody who was around me, so it was just me by myself, which was a little nerve-wracking, but that was a different experience, I think.
I think my situation's a little different being in the visual arts category. So my audition was essentially an email submission of my photo as opposed to like a live audition in front of judges.
No, like painting in front of the whole crowd, flipping it over and like.
That's great. So, how was it at first? How do you feel? Like, how do you prepare for it?
For me, I was at my voice teacher's, and I asked her what she thought I should do, because I didn't even know what kind of music I would do since I sing like all different categories. But she said that musical theater was probably my best bet, so we picked out a song together, and then I prepared for like 3 or 4 days, and then I just went for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like for 3 or 4 days just straight?
Not straight, no, definitely. Like, I practiced like an hour or 2 a day.
She got some sleep in the process.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I slept a little bit.
A little bit.
For me, doing it last time, my first time, so I practiced 1 hour, or like 1 hour and 30 minutes, depending on the time. And I, of course, got some help from my mom and my family. They critiqued me. I listened to it on a voice recording, and I just practice. Everything takes practice. You can't just go in there, not be prepared. So I just tried to feel the song. Even if I wasn't singing, I just listened to the song and how the original singer sang it. Made it my own. Yeah.
Oh, sounds good.
I took a photo.
Pretty
Pretty much it for me.
Took a good photo, but it was a good photo though. It was a good photo.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, so we brushed over what you guys have done, but we haven't actually like described the talent that you guys have. So let's just say like what your talent is.
Oh, for me, I sang a musical theater song, I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis.
Oh, from Les Miserables.
Yeah.
For me, I sang I Look to You by Whitney Houston. Yeah.
They got the photo.
I took a photo.
when did you first discover your talent? Like, when did you first really get involved in developing what you do?
Well, I would say for me, it kind of started in middle school. I had a film class, a media production class in middle school, and then when I got to high school, there wasn't really that option for me. So I went with what I thought would be the next best thing, which was digital photography. And from there, I kind of, became more interested, more passionate about taking these photos, and I liked, the progress I was making, and I guess it all just kind of stems from there.
How long did it take you to master that?
Well, I've taken photography classes for 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I really mastered it. Mm-hmm. It's always an ongoing process,
Yeah.
but I've been working at it for 3 years.
Well, for me, I started taking it seriously in 4th grade.
Mm-hmm.
But before I was like, oh, I'm just having fun. And then when my mom started hearing things like my voice changing and everything, she was like, it's the time. I started joining programs like the Strathmore Children's Chorus, Honors Chorus, to really push myself because I wanted to take it further. Yeah.
For me, I've always been singing, but I think like the moment that I guess defined me or that I thought I could sing was actually kind of a funny story. I did not know that save the best for last was like a phrase that people used. So in my chorus class, they had us each sing like in 5th grade, I think. She had us each sing a separate phrase, and we went through like 20 people and I was last, and she goes, we saved the best for last, and I just thought she thought I was like something special. Mm-hmm. So when I sang, everybody was like, wow, you were so good. And that's what I guess sparked me, and then I started taking like lessons and group lessons.
So it was the best.
I guess so, maybe, who knows.
Well, how often do you guys practice?
For me, I take private voice lessons once a week, but other than that, I basically sing all the time. It probably annoys some people, but yeah, for sure. But I probably practice like actually get into my practice, like sit by the piano and sing and play for like maybe like a half an hour to an hour a day.
I practice basically every day. You just listen to music, different types of music, kind of feel it. And at church, I practice with the choir, listen to different kinds of songs. And then I recently joined a band, so I've been practicing classic music, like classic rock. So it's just a new experience. Yeah.
I'm kind of on and off practice. Obviously when school was going and I had photography class and had to take photos, I was, taking photos all the time for that class. Other than that, I'd say, when we go on different vacations where I know there will be different things for me to potentially photograph, that's where the majority of my practice comes from. But I'd say, there's kind of a number of times throughout the year where I just don't really practice and kind of leave it alone.
Okay. So we are taking a short break, and when we come back, we'll hear more about the big performances at MoCo's Got Talent, the Fillmore. And please hold on to your seat because we are going to have more performances.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout, and this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe, so respect the bus.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
Welcome back to Young Montgomery. We're talking with some of the winners of the 4th annual MoCo's Got Talent contest, a unique talent competition where winners were selected by local art professionals who rated finalists on creativity, originality, quality, audience appeal, and skill level.
So please let's introduce Lindsay Kier. She will be singing for us Rise Up by Indra Day.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we could walk it out and move mountains. We could walk it out and move mountains. Say I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. Said I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. When silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise you will take the world to its feet and move mountains and bring it to its feet and move mountains. Said I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. Said I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I will rise again. Said all we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. Oh, we will rise, we will rise, oh, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. Said I'll rise up, rise like the day, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. I'm holding back my tears right now because I don't know. But
Wow.
what does this symbolize for you, performing for your community?
For my community, it's such a blessing because it's hard putting yourself out there. I know a lot of my friends, they're not as bold as I am to do this, but I'm just thankful that I'm able to share something that's so near and dear to my heart to others.
What does it mean for you?
For me, I guess it just, yeah, I agree with you that it's just really hard to put yourself out there. And I guess it just means, I honestly don't really know how to answer this question. I'm pretty much the same thing, yeah. It's just like a nice feeling. And it almost feels like when you sing certain songs, like I don't know if you guys know the song, like 1,000 Years.
Oh.
Like when you sing a song and it just touches somebody, I feel like I want to spend my life touching other people's lives and like making them understand. Like that's why I write songs as well, like just making other people feel like they're not alone in their battles and stuff. So I guess that's what it symbolizes.
Yeah, you know, I feel like you're getting to share something that's special to you with other people and, you know, in effect, hopefully making them happy. So I think it's a special opportunity to be able to share your talent with your community.
So how did you feel after the competition? Did it make you, did you feel like you were like a more confident artist? Did it feel like it pumped you up, or how did it affect you really?
I would definitely say I was more confident afterwards. You know, you're putting yourself out there, and you know, when things, you know, when you see how people react and you get to connect with all these different artists and these different people, you know, it makes you want to do more and, you know, continue to improve your own talent as well as work towards helping others.
Yeah, I can agree as well. It makes me stronger knowing that I was able to come back and give it my all, because I know I did a great job and I just wanted to see if I can do it again, you know. It's not time to give up. You can always come back, you know.
I think for me, it definitely made me more confident in not only my singing, but like myself as a person, because like I guess I was pretty surprised at least. So it was really like just really amazing. But also sometimes when people win something like that or like place in something like that, they'll like stay off their, I don't want to say stay off their grind, but that's exactly what I mean. Like they'll stop trying. They'll like give up and they'll be like, yeah, I'm just gonna win from now on. But you have to like make sure that you keep working hard and not like
Don't let
fall
anything stop
behind.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because practice makes perfect.
Mhm.
And if it's not perfect, it's close to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is much more to be learned about this talent competition. And we are going to have one more performance, ukulele, yes. So stay tuned. Young Montgomery will return.
Yeah. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday. 60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back to Young Montgomery. Here we are with Lena, Lancy, and Will, all artists from the winners of the 2017 MoCo's Got Talent competition organized by the county's Department of Recreation. Let's see, somebody else is performing.
This time we have Leanna Rathburn playing Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love with You.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
Oh, that was nice.
I need a second. Hold on.
Hold on. Let me
I would need a
let me
second.
realize where am I at?
All right. So, is there an experience that you learned? Well, is there something that you learned in this experience that you wouldn't have learned otherwise?
For me, I think I learned, and I know there's a lot of talented people in this county, but I did not realize how many like really, really talented people we have. Like Lancey, so good. And like all the people that were singing were amazing. Like it was just truly an amazing experience.
It was hard to choose. Well, I've been wondering, like, I've been wanting to ask this. Why the talent that you have, and why do you choose the song or the picture that you choose?
Someone else can go first.
Well, I guess my interest in media production kind of stems from middle school. You know, I always enjoyed producing, you know, short films and special effects and stuff like that. And then that kind of evolved into photography. So I guess maybe it's kind of a step back, but you know, in high school, when they didn't offer that, you know, it was something that was similar, and it kind of pulled me a different direction. As to how I pick a photo, I really just base it on what I think looks good. I mean, it's blunt, but it's kind of the truth.
You just kind of feel through and feel.
Yeah, you know, you just look at different ones and you say, you know, this one looks like it's working. This one, I don't like that one. That type of thing.
For me, the song choice was, it's basically how I'm feeling inside or how other people are feeling. I try to pick songs that connect with the audience, not just how I'm feeling inside. Because as a community, I feel like we have to rise up and come together, because we can't do this on our own. As individuals, we're not as strong, but if we continue to lift each other up with songs and through academics and stuff like that, I feel like we can go far. But from singing, I would say as I said, it started off when I was young. I've always been around singing. It comes from Disney movies too. I listen Camp Rock and stuff like that. I have always tried singing, and I just sing around the house and stuff like that. So as I said, I kept focused on it like when I was in 4th grade. So it's been a part of my life, so yeah.
I think for me it's kind of similar with choosing a song. I think I pick something that speaks to me, like in a particular situation. And I heard this song for the first time when my friend sang it for an audition. He kept singing it to me. He was like, "Does this sound good?" And then it kind of disappeared for like a year. And then the Extra gum commercial came out with the video of I thought it was the cutest thing ever. And I was like, I have to do a cover of that. I was like, I can't let that like go away. So that song just like, I've always just had like a strange connection to it. It's just spoken to me, and I just think it's like beautiful. And yeah, I think that's it.
Is there someone special for the song?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No.
So, we talked a lot about how the song really affects and how the work of art really affects what you do, and how do you feel this competition has affected what you'll do sort of after the competition, what you'll do after you graduate? How does it affect like your work choices, or even like stuff you'll do like as a recreational thing after?
Any plans?
Like maybe start singing more, maybe like an event needs a singer, you know, it's like, hey, I can sing, I can do that, get more involved with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I might just join other competitions. Doing a competition helps you and prepares you for like bigger competitions as well. And I'm not saying, if it leads to that point where I feel that I would be really good to make it in the music industry, I would pursue it, but it's always good to have something to fall back on. So I've joined the medical program at Paint Branch, and it's really helped me a lot. So there's a lot of things that I'm thinking about doing, but you know, music is always going to be there, so I'm not going to let it slide, because I have a great talent. I feel I have a great talent.
Definitely.
I feel like I have to agree with that, because even though I love music a lot, I think it's not as reliable as I'd like it to be. So I've been really into I want to major in politics and psychology and go on that route and still do music on the side, but not permanently. But I think this experience particularly has made me want to maybe minor in music or musical theater, because I think that would be a really awesome experience.
That would be a great choice, yes.
Yeah, I'd say it's similar for me as it is with these two. It's given me a lot of confidence as far as, just, I guess, doing something like that, participating in a competition, as well as just my photography in general. So I think it's probably going to persist as a recreational thing for me. But, I plan to do engineering, so I don't think it'll be a career.
Yeah.
So, that's all for now. We hope you've enjoyed this show as much as we have. We'd like to thank these young people for sharing their artistic talent with us, and we encourage you and other youth to continue to invest time and passion in daily practice.
And for other talented youth out there, remember that if you're an active youth in Montgomery County, you can also be featured in our show.
That's right. Whether you're a part of a club, sports team, community group, or nonprofit organization, we want to hear what you do to keep a positive influence in our community.
Feel free to contact us directly or through our Facebook page, Young Montgomery. Send us a message and let us know what you do. That is all for today in this edition of Young Montgomery. I'm Estefany Orellana.
And I'm Daniel Menéndez. The next MoCo's Got Talent contest will take place next year. Visit the county's Recreation Department webpage in early 2018 to find out when and where the auditions will take place. Thank you for watching, and until next time.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.